These smiling ladies in Chatsworth, Georgia were sorting talc crayons for shipping by rail in the 1940s. Talc crayons were essential to the efficient manufacture of armaments during World War II. Talc crayons came from mines on Fort Mountain, which overlooks Georgia's Great Valley. Fort Mountain State Park features waterfalls and an ancient mysterious stone wall built by prehistoric American Indians. But there is a side to it that few visitors see. Ruins of talc mining operations from the past century are found on the mountain's sheer, more inaccessible west face. Ruins like this small concrete building used to store dynamite. Storage buildings for explosives were located a distance from the mines to safeguard workers and important structures, and this building stored fuses. James H. Floyd State Park in Chattooga County also has an abandoned dynamite shack. It's located on the Marble Mine Trail. The shack was vented to allow humid air to escape and had a wood floor to reduce the chance of sparks. At the end of this gravel road, which today is the Marble Mine Trail, dynamite was used at this long abandoned marble mine. Most of the marble mining in Georgia today is in Pickens County near Marble Hill and Tate. At Fort Mountain, talc was discovered in 1872. This is the only region in the state where talc was commercially mined and one of the few in the southeast. Today, crayon talc is mined in Vermont, Montana, and North Carolina. Talc is the only substance that permanently marks steel. The marks don't fade, even when the steel is cut by an acetylene torch. So talc was especially useful in World War II to mark sheet metal for the mass production of tanks and aircraft and ships like these at the J.I. Jones shipyard in Brunswick. It is also important in toiletries, paint, rubber production, ceramic tiles, paper, and roofing shingles. 10 talc mining tunnels and pits can be found on Fort Mountain today. The mine entrances are gated for safety reasons, but visitors can step up to the gates and peer inside. A breeze blows from the tunnel entrances, cool in the summer and warm in the winter because the air is 55 degrees year-round. For many decades, talc mining was profitable, but the work was hard and dangerous. The tunnels had the usual hazards of airborne dust and roof collapses. The talc sawyers who made the crayons on an open circular steel saw sometimes lost fingers. Fort Mountain's talc mining industry ended in the mid-1980s when the best ore had been depleted. The last of the mining companies spent millions of dollars trying to perfect ways to remove impurities from the remaining less pure ore deposits. This proved commercially unfeasible. Today, most talc comes from China, and the talc industry around Fort Mountain is gone, but the old buildings still stand on the mountain's west face. Many of the old mining roads are now trails for hiking, mountain biking, and horseback riding. Accessing these trails from the top of the mountain involves significant descents and more significant ascents, since what goes down must come up. Nevertheless, it can be quite rewarding for the fit, adventurous hiker, biker, or horseback rider who enjoys both nature and interesting relics of the vanished talc mining days. If that piques your interest, make plans to visit Fort Mountain State Park soon. I want to thank Shepard Howell for his assistance with the research that went into this story, and thank you for watching this Georgia Backroads program.